All right, and welcome back to Slushie Review. This is Keith Anderson.
And this is Chris Richards.
And today we're going to take you on... I don't know.
I almost said this is Mike Tyson in the Mike Tyson voice.
Do it once for the people.
Set me up. Set me up again.
Okay. I'm keeping this all the way
Yeah,
in
do
mind.
it. I want it to be good.
This is Keith Anderson.
It's Mike Tyson.
This is why we can't have nice
it's not.
things.
It's not. This is Chris. Just kidding. It's
If
not
you
Mike
didn't
Tyson.
know.
Just kidding. This isn't Mike Tyson.
If you didn't know, this is not Mike Tyson.
I never had a boxing game on the NES with my name on it.
Awesome.
And then had it taken away from me.
Same. Either way. We are gonna do today Detective Pikachu, just like we said last week.
Yes. Continuity.
See, that's what I'm talking about. I'd be good at CinemaSins.
They talked about it in the last one, then they didn't do it.
What? Shit happens.
Ding.
So
or whatever sound it makes. I don't know if it makes a sound. I haven't
it
watched
does.
It does?
Yeah.
Does it
It's a
sound
ding.
It dings? Oh.
It is a ding.
Okay.
Every time there's a sin, ding. On
Maybe
the
I
other
haven't
one,
seen it.
cinema wins. Every time there's a ding,
Huh.
it's like, oh, okay, cool. Yeah, I like the dings.
Good for them.
They're good. I didn't tell you. Not that you're gonna. Not it's a spoiler. So I was watching Cinema Wins, and there was he did the end game, and he did three separate episodes. So
How long was each episode?
like 20, 25 minutes.
Okay.
So he did all the last episode. He was like, "Listen, I felt like I didn't give certain parts enough wins," and he was like,
It's entirely possible.
"Right."
Anytime Ant-Man's on the screen, that counter should just be ding, 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 ding,
Yep,
ding, ding, ding.
that's what happened. So like it was rolling. Like he was up to like after the second episode, he was up to like 2,000 wins. Yeah, because he went through the whole movie. And then the third episode, he kind of went back and kind of talked about the movie. And he was like, I don't feel like these got enough wins. And it was like the Cap, Shield, or the Cap fight between each other. You know, Thor getting his hammer back. You know, all the good scenes that you remember. Cap getting Mjolnir, whatever, all that. And then the last scene, I am Iron Man.
By the way, did I mention the part where he says, Avengers Assemble? No.
That one too. That one too. The last scene, it was the last counter. 3,000.
Oh.
I was like, God damn it.
You want cheeseburger?
I was like, I'm gonna fucking...
I'm going to get you some.
I think that's when I was like, I'm laughing and I'm about to cry. I was like,
Get you as many cheeseburgers as you want.
Right.
Okay.
I was like, this isn't fair. Like, this
isn't
fucking fair. Why am I watching this? So either way, thank you for listening. We definitely appreciate it. Make sure you follow us at Slushie Review on Twitter at Slushie Review. You can also check us out on YouTube. Just search Slushie Review. We pop up. We're the first result. And then check us out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Google Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts. And also, coming soon, Instagram. Follow us on IG.
The gram.
At Slushie Review Podcast.
Yes.
We just started it. Need some followers, need some likes. Okay, so let's go straight into the plot. Chris.
Okay. Okay. We just watched this. Okay. So Pikachu's a detective. He detects things.
Almost had awesome blossom coming out of my nose. Oh my god.
So we can literally just watch this. Sorry, so Justice Smith is a kid, not a kid, he's like 21, in a small town who doesn't want to become a Pokemon trainer, doesn't want to have a Pokemon partner, and his friend's trying to get him to catch a Pokemon. Doesn't go well, and you get a little insight into his life growing up. He lives with his grandmother. He doesn't have much contact with his father. His dad is a detective, is a cop, and he finds out that he's missing. I think he finds out that he might be dead. He's presumed dead. So he goes to the big city from the country to go to his house and get his affairs in order for his father.
Which city was that?
Rhyme City.
Rhyme City.
Yes. and he happens upon a Pikachu. Well, after he inhales some illicit substances accidentally, he happens upon a Pikachu that he can understand. Pikachu seems to speak English. They become partners, and they become. This is where it turns into like the other guys almost. They go out and try to solve the case of what happened to his father. There's like a good cop, bad cop moment. There's some good stuff. There's treachery. The media is not to be trusted. Science is... Humanity is the real monster, like in all these fucking things.
Mewtwo says it.
Yeah. And spoiler alert, Mewtwo's not the bad guy.
He's not. Has he ever been?
Sorta.
I was saying
in the first movie.
Yeah, I just thought about that.
In the Mewtwo movie, yes. And because he was like in the first episodes where they showed him in the anime, he was forced to be the bad guy because they were using him. And then he was like, oh, screw this, I'm gonna strike back. Or they got the name for the movie.
Okay.
Yeah, and he was a bad guy in that, but he's not in this one.
I know. I was thinking about. I forgot that he was the bad guy, and then I thought about it, and I was like, it felt like I should have known that, and I should have picked that up. But it's like I'm watching a different movie. Like Hitler's the bad guy. He's always the bad guy. Like, oh, that's fair. That's fair.
The Germans? No, the Germans are never the bad guys.
They haven't been a bad guy in any sports movie.
No. It's nice to be affectionate to something German. You didn't get the chance that often. But yeah, that's the plot without like giving away too many things that we're probably going to talk about anyway.
We better talk about it.
We're gonna, because that's what we do here.
Absolutely.
Oh, that's
Spoiler
the plot.
alert.
Yeah,
Get over it.
Should we do? Yeah, I don't think we could even do this podcast with a spoiler alert.
Dude.
Like, spoiler alert. We're going to talk about the beginning, middle, and end, maybe, of a movie. We might gloss over the middle.
I would say some people. You're right. Some people do stuff like that. Like the one channel I follow, the Birdman channel I was telling you about. He does a review of new movies that, like, no spoilers, but he reviews it like it's called Did It Suck?
Okay.
And so he does like a review without spoiling it. I watched like 2, but I've never watched the ones like I wanted to watch. Like Endgame, he did one. He did one with Sonic, and I was like, don't care what you guys think because I'm gonna see it.
Right.
Like I love you. I love this guy. I don't give a shit what you think. And then
try and stop me.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't care what you think. Like you're like he's not. Like I don't want to. But that's just like my go-to. Like, hey, you want to know what I think? No, you're a fucking idiot. Like that's my go-to. Unfortunately,
you know what I think? Yes, later.
Not maybe, maybe. But yeah, sorry. Go ahead. I just wanted to.
No, that's it. It's just like we couldn't. Yeah, if we put spoiler alerts on here, we'd be every other sentence. We're like, oh, spoiler alert.
Like today,
Batman. Spoiler alert. Thomas and Martha Wayne die. Spoiler alert. Uncle Ben dies. Spoiler alert. A movie that came out fucking
30 years ago.
A couple years ago. Yeah, if you haven't seen it by now, sorry.
Same.
If someone wants to tell me what happens in Inception at this point, just tell me. You don't have to tell me spoiler. Oh, are you going to see it? If I haven't seen it by now and I see it later, that's fine.
Spoiler alert.
The movie's been out for a while.
Nobody knows what happened in Inception.
That's
it
also
was so fucking
there's
confusing.
a lot of things that it was
so goddamn. So if
that's just like the big movie that I could think of.
So
no, when people
if you want to tell me what happened,
I couldn't.
I've seen it twice.
But like when someone told me what happened in fucking The Last Jedi, I got annoyed because it had been out for 2 days when I found out that a certain character doesn't make it out of the movie.
What? Wait, we can spoil it. Who are you talking about?
Luke Skywalker.
Oh, okay.
Well, who do you think I was talking about?
No, I didn't.
You've seen the movie.
Snoke?
That too. Yeah. I got both of those spoiled for me.
Ooh.
Snoke was by accident because it was the internet. I was scrolling on Instagram and it was a fucking gag page.
See?
Luke Skywalker was done purposefully and maliciously.
Who did that?
Some kid I don't work with anymore. He's like, hey, you seen new Star Wars yet? No. Oh, Luke dies. And he walked away from me. And I was like, fuck you. I think I yelled fuck you at him from like a good distance away for saying that to me.
I would have tried to beat him up.
And I had plans to see it like within the next few days. And
I hate people.
He purposely, he's like, oh, it was pretty funny. I'm like, no, it wasn't fucking funny. You're a piece of shit.
I didn't know that. I think you might have told me that, but I don't remember that because that's a bad memory I don't want to have.
Yeah. Spoiler alert, we don't like spoilers.
Same. except for in our podcast.
We hates them.
Like, actual spoilers. So here's my thing. So when the movies open back up and we do new movies,
yes,
what are we gonna do?
Spoiler alerts then.
Okay.
Because all of these are movies that have been out. I mean, the newest movie we reviewed is Sonic. And that's been out for 8 months at this point.
Yes.
And, you know, we probably could have put some spoiler alerts on there, but there was a pandemic. People could have watched it if they wanted to. Like, what's the oldest movie we've done? Probably Roger Rabbit, Mario Brothers?
Roger Rabbit. That came out in the 80s, I think.
Yeah. Don't need to put spoiler alerts on that.
No, that's what I'm saying. Just specifically new. Like, okay, what's the movie? The movie where she dies, or should die, or hope she dies. Black Widow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why are we going to spoiler alert? Or are we going to try not to?
For that moment or for that movie?
Oh, she's dead.
Yeah.
She's dead right now. No spoiler alert. I'm telling you what it is. If you haven't seen Endgame yet and you like Avengers, you're an idiot.
Yeah.
A. B. Scarlett Johansson.
Yes.
I was like, don't say Scarlet Witch. She didn't die. No. She's great.
Yeah.
Black Widow. That's her name. She dies.
Yeah.
Good riddance. But
could have been Hawkeye and I wouldn't have cared anymore.
I would have cared. I saw his family. That already that gave him a leg up.
Mayonnaise on a hot dog.
Okay, the wife got snapped and she should have. Okay. Yes. Unfortunately, she was also pregnant, so I feel bad. Mm-hmm. Was she though? Yeah, she was. Oh. I think.
I don't remember.
Yeah, because they named it after. Or no, she wasn't pregnant anymore.
No, but I think they had like 2 or 3 kids already.
Yeah, she wasn't pregnant at the time. She was pregnant for Civil War.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking of. So she wasn't pregnant. So good riddance. She put mayonnaise on a hot dog. Good.
Yeah. So
good for her.
Also, they snapped the baby.
I mean, hey.
It's one or the other.
Guilty by association.
Yeah, well. There's some people out there who would say he did nothing wrong.
It's also too bad. Yeah. Get out of there, baby.
He also got his fucking head chopped off. So,
so yeah, I was thinking about it. Like, man, if we do Black Widow, hey, spoiler alert, you're gonna get spoiled. Do not listen to this until after you watch Black Widow, or you already knew what this podcast was.
Yeah, I feel like for that we should just like put that in the recording. Like, hey, this is, warning for this movie that's come out this day, this year, whatever. If you haven't seen it or don't want to know anything about it, don't listen to this episode.
That's fair.
Or we could put it like in the description or something. Yeah. As long as we're not getting, angry comments at a certain point.
From ourselves.
Yeah. I almost said it too, like from people who don't comment on it and stuff. But yeah, because I don't want the first comment. Let's say I don't want the first comment we get to, like, you fucking spoiled Black Widow's movie for me, from some neckbeard who's not me.
Be like, guess what? She died in 2019. Yeah. Calm down, all right?
And you didn't care about her then.
No one cared then. Even though when I was watching Cinema Millions about Endgame, I was like, she was talking about, the guy was talking about her dying, and I was like, okay. I just think I'm depressed. I was like, God damn it, Black Widow. And then I saw her like fall, and I was like, well, okay, I'm not that sad. I was like, it's all right. I was like, she can go. Yeah. I was like, it's cool.
How much was she going to contribute in that fight at the end?
Well, there were a lot of people who didn't have powers in that fight.
That's fair.
Because the whole, not Chitauri, the whole Dora Milaje was there. So, but they're beasts.
They had like laser shields and.
Do they? No, that was the guys. The Dora Milaje are the women bodyguards.
Yeah. Well, still they had like spears and shit. Yeah. Even
she has guns.
And she still couldn't fucking kill what's her name? In Infinity War. Proxima Midnight, the big one. The big
she was an alien.
Staff. Yeah.
I guess these are all aliens too.
Yeah.
That's fair.
I mean, Drax's only power is having knives and being juiced, and he's technically like borderline indestructible.
Yeah, let's say he's indestructible.
But like all he did, like he jumped on that space Donkey Kong's back and was like sticking it with a knife, and then someone else finished it off.
That is fair.
Meanwhile, Falcon had literally no powers, and he flew out of one of those fucking space holes, and the first thing he did was like take down one of those things. He speared it right in the chest. Like, where was that in the last movie?
You know the one thing Okay, so
It's going to turn into an Endgame podcast.
Apparently, because
I'm okay with it.
Yeah, talking about Detective Pikachu.
Bears repeating.
No, fair. Here's the thing, though. I've been watching, like I told you, I've been telling Chris I've been watching Cinema Sins, Cinema Wins, and The Birdman. Cinema Sins is trash now. But he always sends things in movies like when Peter Parker, his spider sense happened. He's like, well, he didn't do that in the last movie. And Birdman's always like, yeah, but they're showing you right now that he just found out he has this power. And I remember watching Endgame, and Cinema Sins was like, well, I didn't know if Falcon could do that with his wings. It's like, but the movie is showing you that he can.
Right.
Just because they didn't, like, test out his powers like Shazam doesn't mean that he doesn't have those powers.
Yeah.
And I was like, that makes so much sense. He's like, so I was like, that actually makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Because how else would you know they have that power until they do it?
Yeah, like, I'm not going to mark it against as like, oh, Infinity War, he was shit in Infinity War because he didn't do that. He was flying above, like, he was crowd controlling with like double guns, just
exactly
laying into people.
Yeah,
he was trying not to get close to things in Infinity War.
Yeah,
in Endgame they were like, fuck it, it's get close or get killed.
Yeah, Sam, that's fair.
Either way.
Okay, back to Detective Pikachu.
Got it.
Are we doing the cast now?
Yes.
All right, so the plot's over with.
The royal we, meaning you, is going to do the cast.
Okay, so if you don't know, Detective Pikachu is Ryan Reynolds.
Yes.
Small actor. Not really famous.
C-lister. Easy.
No, if you don't know Ryan Reynolds, though, he's Deadpool. He's Wade Wilson, the Merc with the Mouth. He's so good in Wolverine Origins.
Oh,
let me tell you the top couple things in Wolverine Origins.
The Blob.
Yeah, he was annoying to me.
I thought he looked cool.
He looked good.
They made him look good.
No, he looked good. I was like, okay, I get it. But I didn't like him.
That's fair.
I don't think I like the actor, to be honest with you.
I honestly don't know who he is.
I've seen him in a couple things. I'm like,
I only saw the movie the one time. And I was like, I don't need to see this again.
Did I tell you how I saw it? I was in school when it came out, college. I used to download movies.
Yes, you did tell me.
Downloaded the movie.
Go to sleep.
Yes.
Yep.
Go to sleep, download the movie, get in trouble, but I already had the movie, so whatever. I downloaded Wolverine Origins, started playing it. Guess what? I got the unedited version.
Oh yeah, you just told me about it had no effects.
No effects.
Yes.
Like the CGI wasn't complete. So like when him and Gambit were flying over the water, it was just like a stick figure plane. Like there were no, it didn't look like a plane. There was no water. It was just like a green screen and like computer animated. I was like, okay, this isn't
this
great.
Movie sucks.
Saw the real movie on TV. It was like, this isn't much better.
Yeah.
I was like, just,
budget for this movie.
At least I knew. At least I knew back then it wasn't finished. Now I'm like, is it still not finished?
This is finished product.
Yes, I was like, this is trash.
They didn't put the sauce on it.
Yeah, same. So either way, top three things. Not Wolverine. Gambit. A. B is, who did I mention before that? Oh, Ryan Reynolds. Ryan Reynolds is great, especially as Weapon X. Was he Weapon X or Weapon 11?
I forget.
Whatever he was. When those swords came out of his arms, I was like, let's go.
Hated it. Yeah, let's go out of the theater.
Loved it. Loved every minute of it. I was like,
go to the lobby and get ourselves a better movie.
Let me tell you what I'm not. I'm not a purist.
That's fair.
Do whatever you want to do. Take some
Why not just
liberties.
have him hold the swords?
I don't care.
What's the point?
They look good. To me, it did. Those swords came out.
So how did they come out how did they look in the unfinished version?
Those were complete.
What?
At least I think so. It was literally it was the flying scene.
Okay.
It was when they were fighting up top of the towers, the cooling towers, that scene wasn't finished. So when Gambit came through and broke the whatever at the end, that wasn't finished.
I need to rewatch this
movie. There was a couple of background things that weren't done.
Poorly it is.
Yeah, it was like you see like Wolverine and somebody else, and like the background wasn't finished. And I was like, oh. I was like, man, this is trash for this free ass movie I just pirated. I was like, you guys got to step your game up, pirates. Right. So, but then when I saw the real one, I was like, this isn't better because the honestly the CGI was trash. Maybe Wolverine was 3, but for real, Gambit. I always wanted Gambit to be in a live action.
They still haven't done him in a.
No.
Yeah.
I know. Gambit's great. Well, they again Origins, but that was it.
Yeah, but I mean, like they haven't done him in like an X-Men proper movie.
No, they haven't. And
the closest they got to him was I want to say it's X2 or X3. There's like a mutant listing or registry at one point, and I think his name's on the list of like Remy LeBeau. You have to pause it and like look at it, or if you just know where it is to look at it, it's like on a screen. I'm pretty sure there's other characters on there too, but I almost certainly remember his listing being on there. Like, and then they didn't put him in the fucking trilogy.
And they still haven't.
No.
And it's like, dude, he's so good. I was watching the X-Men cartoon. He's in it from the very beginning, and he's amazing.
He's pretty awesome.
He's so good.
Come on, Chef. Talking to fucking Rogue. Oh, my God.
Him and Wolverine do not like each other.
No. Oh. To be fair, I don't think Wolverine likes anybody.
That's also true. Also, he's like,
those two definitely don't like each other.
He was like 5'2", which is hilarious to me.
Yeah, he's just a short, little, angry Canadian man.
Either way. Detective Pikachu. Ryan Reynolds, so great. The next guy is Tim Goodman. His name is Justice Smith, not to be confused with anybody else. God
damn.
He is. I actually haven't seen him. I've seen him in this and Jurassic World.
Yep, the second one.
It was the second one?
Yes.
He's going to be in the third one too, right?
Is he? I mean, I don't mind it because he lived through it.
Yeah, him and the other girl. Yeah, Dominion.
Yes.
Yeah, it shows that he's in it.
Good.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Franklin Webb is his name in that.
Yep.
I don't think I've seen him in anything else that I'm aware of.
Yeah, me neither. But he's in it. He's in Detective Pikachu. Let's see, who else we got? We also have somebody named Kathryn Newton, who is Lucy Stevens. She is the owner of Psyduck.
Yes.
Psyduck is annoying, but he's there. I hate Psyduck. He's so goddamn annoying. I don't know. Haven't seen her in anything. She was in a movie I wanted to watch called Blockers, but I never watched it.
Yeah, that was that John Cena movie, wasn't it?
Yeah, John Cena.
I heard it was good, but
he wasn't the main guy though.
No, I think he was in it.
What's that one lady's name?
Leslie Mann.
Yeah, Leslie Mann is the main, and then the guy in it too. Let's see. So she was in that, but I've never seen it, so it is what it is. Howard Clifford, Bill Nighy.
Yes.
Bill Nighy. He's such a great guy.
Young Davy Jones.
Davy Jones. He was in Davy Jones' Locker. Pirates of the Caribbean.
So good.
Caribbean, whatever you want to call him. He was also in, what movie did I say he was in? Underworld.
Yes.
He was in Underworld. He was Victor in Underworld. He was amazing.
He's in Shaun of the Dead.
Okay.
He's in Hot Fuzz. I'm pretty sure he's in The World's End, but it might just be a voiceover role in that one. He's in all three of those movies, and I love those.
Yeah, The World's End. Okay. Yeah. He was in Rango. Didn't know that. He was in Harry Potter. Didn't know that.
Huh. I didn't really see a lot of those.
Yeah, I've only seen I watched them all. I didn't watch them when they first came out because as a kid I was like, these are dumb. So I was like, let me see what people were talking about. And then I was like, oh, this is really dumb. So I was like, maybe if I watched it as a kid and grew up with it, maybe, but no, I'm okay. And I also don't read books, so fuck it.
That's fair.
Yeah. So he was in that. He was in Underworld. He was in Pirates of the Caribbean.
I love him in those movies.
Yeah, no, he was great. He was in Jack the Giant Slayer. Have you ever seen that?
I didn't see that.
You ever heard of it?
Yeah.
Amazing movie.
Really?
Such a good movie. It's almost animated. I think it might be animated. It's not anime, but it looks so real. But
There's
it's
a lot of CG.
Oh
CG
my god, it's so good though. Just the whole movie is amazing. Either way, Bill Nighy. Let's see. Lieutenant Hide Yoshida is Ken Watanabe. He is. What did I say he was in? Inception.
Batman Begins.
Oh, Batman Begins. He was the fake Ra's al Ghul.
Yes.
Can I say something though? We've been watching Gotham, right?
Yes.
They don't call him Ra's al Ghul.
No, they call him Ra's al Ghul.
I hate that.
And I don't know which is the right one because I'm pretty sure I've also heard him called Ra's al Ghul in one of the games or a couple of the games. I don't know. It's weird.
Why change it? I don't like it.
I don't know which is the right one.
I don't know.
But I also don't know how if you've only read comics, how you would know what the right way is to say it, unless someone who wrote the comics like, here's how you say it.
Here's the thing. I know the right way, but I'm not going to say it because none of you came to see my band last night. Do you really know? I don't know. But
everyone is listening to me.
So he was a lieutenant, and then the last guy, this guy named Chris Geere, he is Bill Nighy's son, who he is. Oh, I know how I know him. Okay, he is the fake villain. He seems like the villain. He does everything villainy, but he's not the villain. Mm-hmm. He is just not the villain. I know him from Modern Family.
I was going to say, I looked at his little listing. I was like, this has to be what he knows him from.
Yeah, because I was like, man, he looks so familiar, but I know him from Modern Family, and I don't know him from anything else. He is maybe not Australian. He's like an English guy, and all these TV shows he's in are English TV shows. So I am okay.
Yeah, I've definitely not seen him in anything else. But he looks super familiar, and I'm not that familiar with Modern Family to have seen him on that. So I don't know what it was.
Yeah. So that's about it. Am I missing anybody? I mean, I can name other people who are in it.
Not really.
Don't really matter.
Well, there's Dopinder. I don't want to ruin his name. Karan Soni.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's how you pronounce his name.
Yeah, he was in the Deadpool movies.
Yes.
Dopinder.
Yes. Mr. Poole.
Yeah, he was cool. He
was only in it for like a second.
Yeah, he was in the beginning of this movie. And then, I mean, to be fair, he was really only in like 10% of Deadpool movies too.
Yes. But he
did have a big part, though. Yeah, he had a big part.
Pretty sure he ran over a couple people.
The second one, right? Yeah. After his girlfriend cheated on him?
Yeah, because he got a taste for death.
Yes. They played up his Indianness. Mm-hmm. I don't know if he's Indian. If he isn't, I'm sorry, but I think he is.
I believe he is.
Yeah, he is. But they played up his Indian accent in Deadpool, as opposed to this movie. He did not have that strong of an accent.
Nope.
So
try to teach him how to catch a Cubone.
Yes.
Didn't work out.
Did not. Okay, so that's the cast. So one thing we try to do, we try to name as many Pokemon as we could by just watching the movie.
This is a personal challenge we set for ourselves.
And I knew I was going to lose, which is fine.
It's not about winning and losing.
It's not about, there are no winners, there are no losers. Oh, there's some losers.
I think there's some losers. This wasn't us competing, but this is more me like challenging myself.
Yeah.
To be like, well, how many can I name?
And how many did you get?
I think I got 70.
Ridiculous.
I won't list them all because not all of them are like actual Pokemon in the movie. Some of them are like a statue or they're on a poster.
Fair.
And definitely, or one of them's a balloon in the parade scene. And a couple of them I definitely didn't list because it was just their names on a poster. Or there was like an out of focus thing that I could see them in the back, but I couldn't really tell.
Yep.
And there was also like the first big scene where there's a million Pokemon like at the street crossing thing. You paused it. You're like, you want me to pause it? And I was like, yeah, pause it. And I wrote down 2 of them, and I was like, we're gonna be here all fucking night.
Yep.
If you keep pausing, if not that you're doing it, but like if we keep pausing this movie, we're not gonna get through it. So
that's fair.
I think I hit 70. I know I missed some. I'm okay with it. I will not read all of them for you.
That's fine.
Pikachu is on the list.
Pikachu.
Not even the first one.
I didn't write Pikachu. I skipped him. I must not have saw him in the whole movie.
Because I was going by order of appearance at a certain point. Because like Mewtwo's the first one on my list.
Same.
And then I got to a certain point. It's like, I don't think I even wrote Pikachu. So he's like on the second page. He's the first one on my list. But I definitely didn't write him first because he didn't appear first.
That's fair. I mean, his name did, but that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair. I got 29, and I'm pretty excited about it. There's only one on this list that's not from the original, what's it called? Generation. That's Greninja.
Yes.
And I only know him from Smash.
There you go.
In this movie.
You do know him.
But that's it. Everybody else is from the first generation of Pokemon because that's all I know.
That's still
151.
Yeah, 151 things is still a lot of things.
make Pokemon great again.
Because we looked it up. Was it last episode that I Googled how many there were? Or was it just like in between?
And you were super close. You said 9 something?
I thought I said like 897.
Yeah, you did.
Something.
You did.
I think the actual count was like 893 or 894 or something like that.
Ridiculous.
I was damn close.
Yeah, same.
They're not all in this movie.
No, not at all. Yeah, because there was a couple that I was hoping I would see and I did not see. So
same. I mean, when we went and saw it, I was like, oh man, I can't wait to see all the ones. And like a lot of them weren't in it, but I was like, there's still a lot of them that I like.
Yeah, there were. So
I can't complain about it.
Before we get to the likes,
yes,
not just out of the ones you saw,
mm-hmm.
but and only because I only know the original generation top 3 Pokemon.
Of all of them, or just the ones in this movie, or just
original generation?
Original generation,
because that's all I know.
Okay.
Because if you start naming things from other, I'm like, oh.
Okay. Poliwrath.
Ooh.
I love Poliwrath.
Water Pokemon.
Yes, water and fighting. I love you. Poliwrath.
Well, is that number 2 or 3? Like his evolution?
3. That's just like that's like the final stage of
Poliwhirl,
Poliwag, Poliwhirl, Poliwrath.
Poliwag.
Okay. He gets mad.
Okay.
Poliwhirl, he gets arms. Poliwrath, he gets pissed. He's just like big and juiced and angry looking.
I like that.
And I really
this would be a
liked
tagline.
I think I really I think I really liked him because there's an episode of the anime where there's like the dude has one and wears a championship belt. The whole time it's beating Ash's Charizard's ass.
Nice.
And I was like, yes,
which
get
you
him.
should.
Get him, because fuck that Charizard.
Yeah.
Guess who's not on my list? Charizard.
Sounds like Charizard.
Let's see. So Poliwrath. I'm gonna say Hitmonchan. Hitmonchan.
What about Hitmonlee?
Hitmonlee's fine.
Chan is the boxing, right?
Yes,
and Lee's the kicking?
Yep, Lee's the kicker.
See, now it sounds like I know stuff. See, this is why I said original, because I'm like, all right, yeah.
If you're making me stick to the originals, then I'll stick to the originals.
Yeah,
those 3, or those 2, because I said 3. Those 2.
You're talking about Charizard.
And unfortunately, I know you're not going to like it, Psyduck.
What? Oh.
Psyduck is one of, if not my favorite, like of all, just based on what it is, like personality-wise from the show and shit, probably my favorite Pokemon. For like ones in the games, there's a ton that I like more. But I love Psyduck.
That's fair. It's not.
But it's not fair to you.
It's fine. He's just annoying.
I'm sorry I victimized you.
I kind of feel like the Rocket League, I feel like he always annoyed them. He always annoyed me. He never did anything.
Oh, he always pissed off in the show. Misty was his trainer.
Yeah, Misty.
He always pissed her off, but then he would always prove himself. Not always. He would often prove himself to be the most powerful in the group.
That's fair.
And they're like, oh, everybody else lost.
I must have missed those
episodes. Don't bother with Psyduck. Here he comes. Oh, shit. He's going to lose. Kills him. Blows them all away.
I must have missed those episodes.
So good. It wasn't a lot.
Yeah.
It wasn't a lot of time. So when it happened, I took notice.
That's fair.
I love Psyduck.
No, it's a good list. I mean, honestly, it'd be a good list. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay, well, I gotta ask yours then.
I don't know if I have any, honestly.
Oh, come on. Son of a bitch. Made me look like an asshole. It's like, what's your favorite one? Psyduck. Idiot. What's yours? I don't have one.
I don't have any.
Me, man. That was...
That's how you get out of that.
I don't watch Pokemon. Never played it.
I'll write my own book.
Who's your favorite? Who's your favorite Pokemon?
Man,
I don't have one. I never played it. What's yours? Your list sucks.
You know what I thought it was for the longest time? I was like, oh, Pikachu, of course. And then Pikachu definitely wasn't it. Mm. But so I'm thinking about what were the evolutions of Eevee?
Oh, in the original 3?
Mm-hmm.
Flareon, Jolteon, and Vaporeon.
Okay. So I want to say Flareon was one.
In this movie.
I want to say
Flareon was in the movie.
Gyarados.
Okay. I hate Gyarados. It's nothing against you having it on your list. I always thought it's overrated.
I mean,
it did look awesome in the movie.
It's overrated, but Gyarados, he had capability as a psychic power. So, like in a Pokemon game, so like I could equip him with psychic power, and you couldn't beat it.
Gyarados could learn a bunch of different kinds of moves.
He was super powerful, so I really love that.
I really liked him.
I want to say there's a flying Pokemon I like, and I can't think of it right now.
Dragonite?
No.
Aerodactyl?
I hated those. No, that was dumb too.
Was it a bird?
I don't know.
Oh, I remember you saying you liked Articuno.
Yes, maybe that's it.
Because Articuno's pretty sweet.
Yeah. That's who it is. I think it was him because that's who I use more. I think I use if I had to make a lineup, those three.
Yeah, because I remember you saying you didn't like Mewtwo as much. You like the birds more.
No. Yeah, and the original 3 Pokemon, didn't like any of those.
The starters?
No, I didn't care. I never used them. I never grew them.
Aww.
I always just let them be whatever.
Aww.
Like after I got to a point where I got like fighting or rock Pokemon, they were disposable to me. I was like, okay, well I'm good. I don't need anybody else because Charizard was trash. Charmander, what's the other one?
Charmeleon is the middle
Trash.
Fair.
Squirtle, trash. What's the middle one?
Wartortle.
Hated him. Blastoise was good.
Blastoise is amazing.
But here's the thing. He was only good for other people. I thought he was never good for me. Maybe that's me, but I don't care. I really did like Rapidash, and I thought I saw him but in the movie, but I wasn't for sure if I saw him or not. By the way, there were a ton of fucking Growlithe walking around this bitch.
Yes, there were.
I was like, God damn.
Yeah, a lot of cops in there.
Maybe that's why.
Because in the shows, like, all the cops had Growliths.
Yeah, maybe that's why.
Even though in the movie, like, the one cop had a Snubble.
Yeah,
And
I didn't know what that was.
It's a little bulldog.
Until he
dude.
said it. Yeah. But that's it. But that's it. I wanted to ask that question. So, but we can get to the likes.
Okay.
Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
You can go first.
Okay, I'll go first.
I know I have one that's not on your list.
We were Psyduck? Probably not.
Yup. First one.
I knew it right away.
Right on the top of the
knew
list.
it right away.
Right there.
I believe it. I knew it. I knew it. Called it. Nailed it.
Absolutely.
Okay, so my first like is I wrote Pokemon look good, Pokeballs look good. Like the animation, CGI, whatever, computer graphics, I don't care what you want to call it, it looked good.
Yeah.
When he pulled that Pokeball out, I was like, oh, that looks great.
Man, I kind of forgot about the Pokeballs because there's really only one scene at the very beginning when he uses one. Other than that, it's just like everything's all of them are just walking around.
Because in Rhyme City you couldn't have Pokeballs, whatever. And I'm like, okay, that's fair, but can I get one though? Can I at least like hold one? But yeah, so I thought everything just looked so good. Like you were saying, Gyarados, he looked amazing.
Really did.
Honestly, Charizard looked good.
Yeah.
I was like,
looked really good.
That's a battle tested Charizard.
Yeah, because he had that like scar on its face.
Yeah, but just like his skin looked scaly. That's why I was like,
legit.
I said it to you. I was like, that's a dinosaur.
Yeah.
I was like, God damn. I was like, that's a dinosaur.
Crazy
Gyarados
son of
looked
a bitch,
good.
dude.
Mewtwo looked good.
Mm-hmm.
All the Growlithe looked good. I saw a Sandshrew good. Now, the birds that were walking around, what are those called?
Oh, the ones that just walk, they don't fly? Doduo and Dodrio? The ones with like 2 and 3 heads?
Had to make sure I wrote it right. I wasn't for sure, but I wrote it right.
There you go.
Dutrio. I don't know how you spell it, but whatever. So yeah, but everything looked good, so I was just happy about that. Next, Snake Eyes from Home Alone.
Yes.
They
Yes.
played
Snakes.
I forget what it's. I know it's a name.
I wrote it down. Angels with Filthy Souls is
Yes.
the name of the Home Alone movie.
I knew it was called
Yes.
something. I was like, I know it's called something for real. Not for real, but for
Yeah,
real.
but like in the thing.
Yeah. So the fact that was playing,
I loved it.
I don't know why they put that in there, but it was.
Okay.
Hey Johnny. I was like, oh, this is just the best. And I remember watching it in the theater, like, this is great. They said the same thing.
We saw it together, didn't we?
Yeah, I'm sure
Like
we did.
we got like a big group of people together and saw it.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Because even though I think my girlfriend went, I think a lot of people
I
went.
think you and Lydia went. Me, Jaron, his brother Josh, and then Cody went. Like all of us went. I think.
I think so. I think I brought my son too.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. So
We
easy.
had a posse.
So yes. I don't know what I thought you were.
I know what I said.
I know what you said. I don't know what
It
I
probably
thought.
rained that day. Had a wet ass posse going to the movies.
Stop it. Okay. Moving right along.
Anywho.
Next one, Ryan Reynolds is hilarious. He was so funny as Detective Pikachu.
Keeping it PG even, too.
For the most part,
Yeah.
he was hilarious.
Yeah.
And actually, this is going to go into my other, like, when he was singing Gotta Catch 'Em All, that's probably the best part of the movie.
It's amazing.
It is so good because he's so sad.
Yes. He's like, his voice is breaking. He's like, gotta catch 'em all.
It's such a good time. But he's so funny. I mean, honestly, I think Ryan Reynolds is funny in pretty much everything. And I've only seen Green Lantern once. So.
Never saw it.
You never saw it?
No.
We should watch it.
Okay. I'd be down.
I don't think.
What do you think?
I don't think it was as bad as everyone said it was.
Okay.
I think it was okay. Like, here's the thing. People like to nitpick.
A lot of people said that Justice League sucked, and I like that, so.
Boom.
I'll give it a shot.
A lot of people like to nitpick. So, and I know, like, you always talk about nitpicking, but you don't nitpick as much as you say you do.
That's fair.
But a lot of people like to nitpick, and they're like, CGI look bad. Then make a better one. You can't.
Right.
You're dumb. All right? Like, yeah, I'm just like, what do you, okay? Like, they were like, oh, a CGI suit. Look, you thought he was going to fly in a green suit, you idiot. You thought a hammer was going to materialize out of his hand? I hate people. Like,
yeah, I didn't see
dumb.
it. I didn't see it. I wouldn't be against watching it.
And it doesn't coincide with any other movie.
Yeah.
It's literally a standalone movie. And I'm like, that was dumb. They shouldn't have did that. But that has nothing to do with the movie.
Do you think, I'll sidetrack you for a second here maybe. Someone at work talked to me the other day, might have been yesterday, about he has a movie coming out, Ryan Reynolds does, called Free Guy.
Can't wait.
Where he's like a video game character, but
So
he doesn't
good.
realize it, and then he does.
So fucking good.
It looks interesting, but it's like I saw a lot of stuff for it. I think it was last year, or like.
I saw it during the pandemic or during the quarantine.
Okay, but yeah, like I saw a lot of stuff for it before that, and then stuff during that, and I don't ever remember seeing a release date announced for it. It always just said like coming next year or like coming in the future, and I kind of want to see it, but I don't know when it's coming out. I want to see it though.
I'm gonna watch it.
Show me a video game movie, and I'll probably watch it.
It looked too good.
Well, actually, I shouldn't say that because we went through a list and there's a lot I didn't see. Show me a video game movie about a property I give a shit about, and I'll probably watch it.
Or at least the actor you care about.
Yeah, show me a movie based on not a real video game, but the concept of people in a video game. I'll watch it.
That's what it is too, and I'm excited to see it because he doesn't know, and it's so good.
Yeah, because he's like an NPC that doesn't know it until he becomes self-aware. He's like, I can do whatever I want.
Yep.
Yeah,
exactly.
I want to watch that, and I think. I like Ryan Reynolds. I can't help it.
No, he's so good, and like he's so funny. He just has a voice of Detective Pikachu, and I don't know. I just loved him in this. I wrote this. I don't know what I meant. I'm just tired. I'm sorry. Pokemon battle, and I don't know if I was talking about Charizard and Pikachu, or what was the other battle?
Pikachu and Mewtwo at the end.
Was that the only two?
Kinda.
I feel like there was another one because I wrote this before I wrote the Gotta Catch 'Em All song, so it was before that. So I'm trying to think. It had to have been. Yeah. I think so.
Because there's more instances of them running away from Pokemon than there are of like fighting. Because in the city, like the battles are supposed to be illegal. So when they do have that one battle, it's like the underground. Was it the Blastoise and Gengar battle that you saw little snippets of?
It was. I think it was that whole thing. I think it was just a battle, just the whole battle area. Because it reminded me of Pokemon Stadium, which I said during the movie.
Say that too. Yes.
And I've only played Pokemon Stadium like once, maybe twice, but I'll never forget it. It imprinted on me. But yeah, honestly, that's it. That's all my likes. I mean, it's a really short list because honestly, I was just watching a movie. I forgot a couple times that we were writing shit down.
I kind of did too, and then I would go back and like, oh man, I gotta write that. Or actually, I shouldn't say I forgot we were watching a movie. I was eating a taco with one hand and writing my, oh shit, there's a Pokemon with the other hand.
Same.
Then I had to like flip back and forth between 3 pages of paper to get to my likes list and then my list of Pokemon that I was spotting.
Right. So,
my own Pokédex.
The funny thing is, before Chris told me, he said, I was like, hey, you want me to pause it? He's like, yeah, whatever. Before that, I asked him if he wanted to pause it. He said no.
Yes, I did.
And I was like, I don't think you're going to be able to eat if we don't pause it.
Yes, you did. I was like, tacos, I got to pause. Yeah, pause it. And then I was like, no, wait, don't. No. It's going to ruin the viewing experience for all of us.
That's fair. It wouldn't have, but it would have been fine. But yeah, so those are my likes. That's what I got.
All right.
So likes. Your likes.
Psyduck, number 1. I can't help it. I love the character, for one, because, you know, in the show, that's what made me like Psyduck, was the fact that he's like kind of he's borderline useless until he's extremely useful. And then he goes right back down to the bottom of the barrel. I don't know why I find that enjoyable, but I do. I love when they were in the car listening to like that spa music, and he's like, oh, or no, but they went into the girl's office. And he's like, oh, this is a great place to be stuck in with a bomb, with a Psyduck. These things go off at the drop of a hat.
Facts.
And he's like, oh, and then they're in the car with it. It's like, oh, yeah, is it anything about do your books say anything about the long-lasting psychological damage of being strapped in a kid's seat next to a bomb?
Ryan Reynolds.
And he's like trying, Psyduck's trying to get him to rub his feet, pretty much saying, otherwise I'll kill us all. That's and then fair. When they need him to go off, he does, and he saves him from everything, and then also almost gets him killed again by another one of my likes, the giant Torterras.
Oh, okay.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Because like when you said you always thought the starter Pokemon were lame, that made me a little sad, because those are one of the starters in the 4th generation of games is Torterra. It's the final form of it, but it's a little leaf turtle. He turns into that, and he's fucking cool.
So I didn't know that.
That's fair.
To be fair, no, I just meant Squirtle. Yeah. I'm gonna let me put some names on it: Squirtle, Charmander, and Bulbasaur.
There it is.
Which, to be fair, I like Bulbasaur in this movie.
Yes, they're cute. They're adorable.
I thought Venusaur was trash.
They only showed him for like a second in the background. At
the
very
did show
end
him?
Of the movie, yes. In my list of like as they appeared, he's almost at the bottom. It was when they were on the steps at the very end of the movie.
Yeah,
and like you get to see his dad.
Okay.
And like you can see him like passing by in the background. If he's like blurry and kind of out of focus, but I saw.
What's the other one?
In the middle one.
So Venusaur is the last one, right?
Yeah,
I just thought Ivysaur. I think I like Ivysaur better than Venusaur.
Ivysaur's pretty cool.
I don't know why. Because they can all do the same moves, so I don't get why I don't like one and not the other. But I think Venusaur just looks dumb.
It's kind of
he looks like an idiot.
It's like a big frog.
Derp.
I don't mind it.
That's an idea.
But I like Venusaur. But giant Torterras I thought were sweet. Because the first time they show them, it's like, here's Torterras. They look, what's their deal? Because they're in the lab, and it's like growth, like Pokemon growth acceleration. Mm-hmm. They look normal to me.
Yep.
And I remember watching in the theater.
Setting
I was like,
that up.
Why
would you say that?
Yeah, I was like, why would they point that out? And then like the Greninjas try to kill them, and they run through their enclosure. And I kind of forgot about it. I was like, okay, whatever. They're running from the next thing. And then they fucking, oh my god, they're like huge.
Yep.
They were mountains. They were literally mountains.
They were a mountain.
And they were like on top of one of them. There was like 3 other huge ones that they all kind of woke up when Psyduck's head exploded. And then they, almost killed everybody by waking up. And then they went back to sleep. And he didn't see them again. But I thought they looked so cool. Because to me, they look like one of my favorite dinosaurs. The Ankylosaurus. They're basically big turtles with like hammers on their tails.
Oh, that one.
Yeah,
okay.
like
what's funny? I thought that's what you were talking about, and I'm like, I don't know what
you're
talking about.
They got like armor all over their heads and back,
yes.
and then they got like the big club tails. I always thought they were really cool. They don't really mess with anybody. They unfortunately, at least that I'm aware of, never made a Power Ranger have an Ankylosaurus, which is kind of a missed opportunity. But
that's fair.
I didn't produce them.
Japan produced them, and we stole them. They had a Triceratops.
Yes, they did. Don't say it.
Hey, I've been thinking it. I'm like, how can I put this in there?
Leave Billy alone. I know you're going to say it.
That's the best. It's the best line. What do you want me to say? It's such a good. That's such a good line.
Say it.
I forgot it. Oh, that's cool. I can't top it. Oh, that's cool. You know what's a better dinosaur than Triceratops?
Oh, what?
Every other dinosaur.
We could have seen that coming.
Did not see that coming. I love Dwight. He's so funny. What's your favorite birthday memory? It was warm, wet, hot.
Mother in white pulls me forward. Mother bites the cord. Okay, that's enough.
Stop that. Stop that story forever. Oh, God. Watch The Office, guys. 2 months. Not even 2 months. A month and a half.
Get there.
Month and 21 days.
Our other likes. Ditto.
Ditto?
I really like Ditto.
How could you not?
In the games, I think he's garbage. He's only useful for breeding Pokemon. Because he just transforms into whatever you are or whatever you're fighting. And like if you put the same thing against itself, it's not usually gonna.
That fight lasts the longest.
But in the movie, he's awesome because it's like a genetically modified one, so it can turn into people.
Yeah, I didn't know that
like
until
any other Pokemon that's not even around it. When the girl that you don't know it's a Ditto the whole time. She's like the eyes and the ears around town for the evil company. She's spying on him every time. Like she's always in the background lurking around. And then like she puts him in the car. And he's like, I got the kid. And then she runs up on the guy and takes her glasses off. He's got those tiny little Ditto eyes. That's what I look like when I don't have my glasses on. To myself anyway.
Same.
That's what I think I look like. Without my glasses, I feel like I have no face. So I just thought it was sweet. And Ditto's fighting a kid. The kid, he's 21. Beating the shit out of a human being. Yeah. I keep saying kid like he's not 21 in the movie. Beating the shit out of a human being. Turns into a fucking Machamp at one point. He's like, get him. And I was like, I turned to you and I was like, he's dead.
Oh, yeah.
Because I think I've told you about these videos before, this channel called Death Battle, where they put like video game characters fight each other and they like run their stats over like different games or comic book characters and like run like what their like highest level like power feats or speed or whatever. They did a Machamp versus Goro from Street Fighter. From Mortal Kombat. God damn it, I'm doing it again. I'm tired. Machamp fucking killed Goro.
Yeah, fair.
Because they went off the Pokédex entries.
So did Johnny Cage.
That too. But like they went off the Pokédex entries and they were like, yeah, there's no reason that a Machamp couldn't handle Goro.
Same.
According to the Pokédex entries, a Machamp could throw, I think they said like 100 punches in the blink of an eye. So he's like flash punching you. He's got 4 giant fucking muscly arms. He punched that kid. I'm going to say kid. I don't care. He punched him right in the gut.
He's younger than me.
Yeah, exactly. He's younger than I.
There it is.
And so that's a kid. He punched him in the gut, and he just like flew back a little bit. And was like, Ditto. He would be dead.
Yeah, fair.
He would be, if he was like an actual Machamp. Maybe he's not mimicking him strength-wise. He would be dead.
That's the thing about Ditto to me.
Him.
I was always confused, and then this movie confused me more because I thought Ditto could have the same strength, but I don't think he can.
It's in the games. He transforms like if you have a Pikachu against a Ditto, that Ditto will turn into your Pikachu and have the exact same moves as it.
Yeah.
So if all your moves are electric moves, it's going to be electric moves on electric Pokemon, and it's not going to have much of an effect. You're going to have a boring fucking fight.
Unless, but if the Ditto's like a level 5 and your Pikachu's level 25,
yeah, then you're going to spank them.
Yeah, there's a difference.
Ideally.
But I think that's what it is. Like, so when you turn into Machamp, maybe it wasn't like, a level 50 Machamp. I don't know.
Maybe.
I don't know.
But like he punched him right in the gut, and he just like slid
punch you in the mushy.
Right? No, I was gonna make that reference at some point. I forgot. The hard-boiled detective.
Oh,
I'm a big fan of it.
There it is.
Punch you in the mushy. No one cares about your boring old detective novels.
Oh, facts.
But Ditto I thought was really cool. He turned into the Loudred and was like making the sound waves at the kid, and then
what is that called?
The Loudred. It was a little one. They were in the battle arena. They were making like
bass,
the beatbox sounds, and they had the speakers on their heads.
I know those called.
Yeah, okay. And then he just turned into what's her name? Lucy.
Yeah.
He turned into her and started beating the shit out of him.
Yeah. He was like, I don't feel bad about hitting a girl. Ah!
Yeah, I have affection toward, and he hit him. And then he's like hanging out the window, and it turns into Cubone, like the first thing to ever disrespect him in the movie. And
Hilarious.
It's just like, it was like banging on his fingers to get him to try to kill him, just bang on his fingers to let him go.
What's the evolution of Cubone?
Marowak.
Ah, see, I like that.
Yeah.
I don't really like ground Pokemon though.
No, a lot of as the generations as they've made more from, a lot of ground types are my favorite. Torterra's a ground type, so.
Yeah, but like every time I think ground, I think Doug Trio.
No, Doug Trio's trash.
Yeah, fair.
I'm not going to defend Doug Trio. I don't like Doug Trio.
You know what I really don't like?
Execute?
I like Execute. What's the one before that?
That is the one. That's the... Oh, you mean Executor, the one after it? The one that looks like a tree?
No, I like Execute. I like... Yeah, I like both of them.
Okay.
What's the one with the egg in the stomach?
Chansey.
Hated her. It's trash.
That's fair.
Jigglypuff was cool.
It was more about like being hard to catch. Chansey, it wasn't always especially useful in fights. It was just like rare and it had a low catch percentage.
Facts, it did.
Yeah, there was.
Sorry, I'm off track.
Oh,
So you go.
I'm off track. Let's see, Ditto, Giant Torterra, Psyduck. I'm gonna give a shout out to Bill Nighy.
Hey.
Just because I like him in everything else that he's been in that I've seen.
Do it.
And the Davy Jones voice?
Yeah,
I'll do it. Do you feel death? He did those little pops.
He does those things, and that's what I was trying to tell my girlfriend one day. I was like, dude,
He doesn't even sound like that.
He doesn't.
In any other movie that he's in, he doesn't sound like that.
He does in Underworld. He sounds the same as he does David Jones.
Oh, really?
Oh, absolutely.
It's been a long time since I've seen the Underworld
and
movies.
it's because it's hilarious. Because when he wants someone to shut up, he doesn't say shut up. He goes... and I'm like, what? And I love it. And he just looks at him like... and I'm like, this guy is hilarious.
I don't know why I love him as much as I do, but he's great.
He looks like he's 6'7". He's huge. Every movie he's ever been in.
But he also looks like a frail old man at the same time.
In this one, yeah. He definitely did.
Because he's also in a wheelchair in this one.
He's always a
very
villain.
Evil. In this one, he's very evil.
Yeah, a lot of people like him in some romantic comedy that he was in. That I don't know. Did you ever know what it was?
No.
It was one with Hugh Grant. I don't know. Nottingham something.
Notting Hill?
Maybe.
I don't know. I didn't
Never
see it.
seen it.
I didn't see it.
Hated it. Sorry, I keep going off track.
Bill Nighy, Ryan Reynolds was great. I mean, you already said it, but we're gonna say it again because he was great. He sang the opening theme song, crying to the show. He said "Serenity Now." He made a Seinfeld joke in this movie, and I love it because it was also directed at Psyduck. He was trying to calm him down. Serenity now, serenity now.
The funny thing about that is so many people say that. Yeah. Serenity Now. I've heard it so many times. Yeah. I don't think Seinfeld.
Iconic. It's one of those. It's the thing.
I don't think Seinfeld.
No.
What
do you think of?
The Office. Serenity by Jan.
Oh.
And I just think, and so for the longest time, I've seen The Office. I know The Office. I've seen it once or twice. And I had heard it a lot because people say it a lot because it's apparently very important to the show.
Not really. It's in one episode.
Never seen it. But Serenity by Jan in The Office is just... So people say Serenity Now, and I'm like, well, that's not it. But you're cute for trying to...
Serenity
and I'm like, yes.
Love it. Jerry Stiller screaming it. Too good. Too good.
Sometimes I just have to smell my candles. Like, that's the way I think of it.
Boy, I would love to burn your candle.
Burn it, you buy it.
I can be your first customer.
You're hardly my first.
That's what she said. Well, Ryan Reynolds, he sang the song. He made a Seinfeld reference. He was hilarious throughout.
He really was.
The jellies, he can feel it in his jellies. So good.
I made that up.
I made that up. There's no jellies. I made it up. But every time he said it, all I could think of was like those old jelly sandals, like those jelly shoes, like those clear plastic things that I...
Disgusting.
Yeah, gross. It's like they were like the Crocs of the 90s.
Fair.
No one was probably... I mean, looking back, you're like, oh yeah, I had a pair of those, but at the time, you might not have been like, oh yeah, I had a pair of those.
Fair.
Yeah, because like everyone loves to shit on Crocs, but everyone also says they're very comfortable.
Yeah, I've heard they are.
So I've never worn them.
Yeah, I don't know. Me neither. They cost too much.
Are they expensive?
I assume that's why I don't have them. I don't know.
I was gonna say if it's expensive and people shit on it for being ugly, I'm like, wow, that's like it's not cool, but and it's also not affordable.
They're comfortable.
It better be comfortable.
They're like from what I heard.
Like if people think they're lame and they're also expensive, they better be comfortable.
Yeah, I think that's the only non-drawback.
Yeah,
I don't
like
know
I
the
could
word.
accept
Positive.
that. I could accept that.
But I don't know if they're expensive or not. I've never seen them on sale anywhere, so I don't know.
Yeah, I've never seen them in a store. I've seen
See?
people wearing them. I've seen them online, but I've never seen, like, gone to a store like, oh, here's the Crocs store.
Yeah, same.
No, never seen it.
Same.
I think there's a movie in here somewhere. This is what we talked about earlier. If it's a movie we really like, we get off track really easily.
Fair.
And also, we don't have a lot of dislikes for it. So we just talk about things that we like in general.
There you go.
But one last I'm going to squeeze in here. The besides the Home Alone movie, which was great, the reference to the ancient Mew dig site where they got Mewtwo's DNA from. The ancient Mew was like an old from the old Pokemon cards, which I had a million of when I was a kid. There's an ancient Mew card. It from the back, I think it even looked different from the back, but the front it was purple, holofoil, and the writing on it wasn't English. It wasn't like Japanese. It was like some made up like hieroglyphic thing. I'll see if I can find a picture of it.
What's holofoil?
Like the shiny ones.
Oh. Is that like a printing part of it?
It was
or?
like the rare ones had like the image window where the picture of the Pokemon was. It was like that shiny, like you turned it and you could see like the sparkles in it. And the light.
Okay.
The ancient
I don't know.
Mew.
When you said it, I was like, is that a color I don't know about? I thought I knew all the colors.
The ancient Mew, I don't know if you'll remember it.
Did that just come out?
This. It looks like an old like Egyptian hieroglyphic thing.
I remember that.
Yeah.
I do kind of remember
it's
that.
It's like purpley black, sparkly. And that's all I could think of.
Sorry.
But that's all I could think of. Like ancient Mew dig site. I was like, that card. That's all I could think of.
Yeah.
And it made me happy because
so
it was a little.
It's funny because they say ancient Mew, but Mew was a original Pokemon though, right?
What do you mean?
Because there's Mew then Mewtwo.
Yeah, Mewtwo is created from Mew's DNA.
Yes, from like the bones or something, right? Yeah.
There is.
Okay.
There's like a joke. It's like a joke with the Pokemon community online.
Oh.
It's like a they set it up like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. It's like A, B, C, D choices, and they always use that picture of Keenan Thompson looking real. I think he's like dressed as Steve Harvey, looking real nervous.
Yeah.
And it's like, which was the first Pokemon? And the choices are Bulbasaur, Rhydon, Mew, and Arceus. Bulbasaur is the number one Pokédex entry, of the original Pokédex.
Yep.
Rhydon was the first Pokemon to be designed by the creators of the games.
Oh, okay.
Arceus is the Pokemon god that created all the other ones, and Mew is like the progenitor, genetic ancestor of every Pokemon because it can learn every move. So they say it has like the DNA of every Pokemon in it. So it's like this little trivia thing.
So what's the?
I don't know.
Oh,
I don't think there is an answer.
Oh, okay. I'm like, I thought you were going to give me an answer.
Because that's why it's like they use this picture of Keenan Thompson. They're like, oh,
I
shit.
get it
There's no answer to this question.
I thought there was an
answer.
answer.
Because I mean, there probably is to somebody, but it's either like which is first, the number one, the first thing that was made by the people who made the thing, the first thing that was created everything else, or it's like chicken and the egg type thing, or what was there before anything was there.
That's fair.
I don't know. It's that kind of thing. But that was the ancient Mew thing made me think about that, which got me sidetracked onto that real quick.
No, that's fair. Okay, so those are the likes. Let's get into the dislikes. Dislikes.
Tell me what you didn't like about the movie.
And I went first on the likes, right?
I think so. Yeah.
So you go first on the dislikes.
Aw, all right.
It was kind of like a Raymond kind of. Yes, that's exactly what it sounded like.
Jeez, I gotta go first.
Oh my god.
Well, my brother's like a foot taller than me.
Stop it.
My parents still like me better.
I'm done with you.
I did that sitcom trope where I apparently married somebody out of my league.
Bullshit though.
Nah.
Either way.
Fuck that show. All right. Dislikes. I don't really have very many. The only one I really think I have is I would have liked to see more battling. Even though they set it up ahead of time, there's no battles in this town. I'm like, great, okay, fine. They still did one, and it was pretty cool. The Charizard and Pikachu battle was still pretty good. The Mewtwo versus Pikachu battle at the end was really good. I would have liked to have seen more. Because there's a lot of running away from Pokemon. They ran away from the Apoms when they got all juiced up, and they ran across the rooftops. They ran away from the Greninjas. They spent a good time running away from Mewtwo. A lot of running away from Greninjas. Or just trying not to die in general from anything happening around them. I would have liked to have seen more battling, because that's a big part of Pokemon, is the capturing and the collecting, and then battling and trading, but mostly battling.
So, to me, and I've only watched Pokemon on the TV series. So, right from the jump, Ash Ketchum and whoever, Brock Lesnar, whatever his name is. And what was the other? Misty.
Misty, yes. Brock Lesnar.
Yeah.
Fuck him.
And then, is it called Rocket League?
Team Rocket.
I said Rocket League earlier. My bad.
We'll get it.
I know that's a thing, and that's
Yeah, that's that car soccer
that's
game.
dumb to me too. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Yeah, I know there's
Team Rocket is way cooler than Rocket League.
Oh, immensely.
Yes, very much so.
What's his name? Meowth?
Yes.
I wanted to call him Mewtwo. I was hoping I would see Meowth. He wasn't in it.
Yeah, I think there's like a silhouette of him in the background, like on the news show. There's like all the different colored silhouettes. I'm pretty sure I saw Mewtwo. I knew I saw Articuno. But yeah, I was like, there's no Meowth. I would have loved to have seen a Team Rocket appearance.
That would, honestly, I was gonna say this at the beginning, and I didn't at the beginning of when we started watching the movie. If they would have had a Ash cameo, I would have loved it.
Yeah,
I would have loved it.
Or speaking as a game nerd, like Red would be like the player character from the first one. Like just throwing like not that there weren't references to the games, because there were a ton.
Yeah, there were.
But yeah, I would have liked to see battling. I would have loved to. Now that we've said it out loud, I would have loved to have seen Team Rocket.
Yeah, Team Rocket would probably be there.
No, that would have been.
But they would have to talk like Team Rocket.
Yes, they would.
And I would have loved it.
James. I love him. He's one of my favorite characters from the thing. It would have been Jessie and Meowth and James. I love it. He's so good. So stupid.
I just love the way they used to speak about like just the rhyming and the artistry. And I felt like another movie did, Megamind's like,
yes,
you're a villain,
not a super
but you're not a super villain.
Yeah, because every time they showed up, they had like explosions and like fireworks, and they had the motto that rhymed, and they had extravagant costumes.
And even when they left, even when they got blown out of the space, they were still rhyming. I loved it.
They'd say like some stupid little rhyme, and then they'd say we're blasting off again, and like ding, and do a little star thing.
Yes, that's always good.
That's
always Smash Bros.
Yeah, they roll up in a hot air balloon shaped like Meowth, or they'd roll up in some giant robot, even though they were dirt poor and couldn't afford food. They'd pull a giant robot out of their asses every time. Or they just dig a hole and hope you fell in it.
Let me think. I was probably 12, 13, 14 when Pokemon came out on Game Boy or a TV show. I don't remember. But that's when I found it.
I think I was, when it came out, I want to say it was 96.
Okay, I was 10.
Or 98, yeah, so I was like 8. I was like 8, 9.
Is that the cartoon?
The game.
On Game Boy?
Yes. So I think it came out in 96. Maybe it was 94.
I don't know. I got it on Game Boy Color, but it wasn't color. It didn't have a color on it. It was just like
green.
Yeah, that's about it. But I had it on Game Boy Color, and it took me probably, I was 20 something when I found out what Ekans mean. And I was like, well, okay, you guys got me.
Ooh.
You son of a gun. You son of a...
So what about Arbok? Did that one get you too? The evolution of Ekans?
I feel like I knew that, but when you just said it, I was like, wait, what does that mean? And I'm like, I'm not going to say I did know it. I'm not going to say I didn't know it, but I could have also been 34 years old when I figured it out. Yes, that's amazing. Yeah. I didn't even think about that. They got me again.
Damn it.
Yeah, I don't know what I thought about it because I was thinking of Team Rocket, and they had Ekans.
Ekans and Arbok.
Yeah.
And coughing and wheezing.
Which is hilarious.
Yes, whose original names were going to be L.A. and New York because of their rampant pollution problems.
That's funny, too.
Yes.
I mean, it wouldn't have been funny back then, but it's funny now. Like, as a kid, I'm like, that's dumb.
Yeah, like, I don't get it.
Yeah. Like, L.A. and New York, like, oh, this is dumb. Doesn't rhyme with anything. It doesn't. Yeah, like it's stupid. Okay, where's Ohio Pokemon? That's what really would happen.
Yeah. Where's the Toledo Pokemon?
That really
Where's the Northwest Ohio Pokemon?
We are all Pokemon.
Go Crackrin.
Go East Side.
Go Heroin.
What's it? Fuck it. Either way, I don't have anything else. So dislikes. That was it.
That's about it. Because I really like this movie. We watch a lot of movies that we just really like, and I can't complain about.
I was telling my sister that today. I was like, man, we just kind of like them all.
Yeah, we just watch. You gotta like them all. Tagline for the podcast. We get sued.
Fuck that. We're not gonna get sued.
We might. Nintendo's very litigious.
Damn it. But they don't know, do they?
They know. They'd find us. They just went after a girl who was on TikTok and I think OnlyFans, whose name was like Pokemon Girl or like Poke Girl or something. Hilarious. And they went after her and they're like, you gotta stop.
Well,
because she was also selling merch with the name of her channel on it, and they're like, you gotta stop, guys, you gotta stop. And she did, and she's like, I messed up.
I mean, get the money while you can.
Yeah, I guess, but not from Nintendo because they will take it back and then some.
But see, that's the thing, though. They have to tell you to stop first before they sue you. Apparently. So,
okay.
I don't. At least that's what I've heard.
Okay, well then we'll wait for that cease and desist.
Yes. C and D's. That's it.
Right, so your dislikes?
My dislikes. I honestly didn't. Full disclosure. I forgot we were watching a movie for this podcast.
You were just enjoying it.
I was just watching a movie trying to name fucking Pokemon. And I was like, this is great. Like, how can you not that's a callback to my childhood. Come on. So I really didn't have any dislikes. And when I think back, like thinking back to the movie, I really can't complain about anything because the storyline was great. The characters were great. Pokemon looked good.
Oh, he looked so good.
There were battles. There were 3 battles. But we got to see people use their Pokemon skills, powers, moves. So I wasn't really I was cool.
Yeah.
I was like, okay, keep it up. Like, I legitimately enjoyed this far more. Not than anything. I just enjoyed it. And that was it. So, no dislikes for me.
Yeah.
0.
Dang.
I have 0. I have nothing.
Nothing wrong with that.
Same. So,
I'm in love with the Slushie Meter.
Slushie Meter.
You go first.
You want me to go first?
Yes, please.
4.5.
Nice.
Simple.
Easy. I like that.
Clean cut, baby.
Didn't even make me work for it.
No, because I had it in my head. I was like, what am I going to do? No dislikes, 4.5. Is it a 5? It could be, but it's a 4.5. So,
Okay.
I mean, honestly, it could be a 5.
Ooh.
Doesn't matter. Either way, I like the movie, and I would definitely watch it again. It's
Same.
just a good movie. It's so good. And Ryan Reynolds is hilarious.
Yes, he really is.
So, there's that.
I think I'm going to go even with you. I'm going to go 4.5 also.
Boom.
And again, like I could go higher just based on how much I want to like Pokemon that day.
Same.
Because I've been talking like it the whole episode. I'm a fucking Pokemon nerd from the start.
What?
Couldn't have guessed it.
Never guessed.
I had Pokemon Blue back in the day. Since the start of it, I had Blue, Yellow, Silver, Crystal, Ruby, Emerald, Diamond, Platinum.
These are all your watches, or no?
Yeah. Just wearing them everywhere.
Yeah,
White.
baby.
I had White version, Y version, Sun, Ultra Moon, and Shield is the newest one. I've had one of every generation. The only one I didn't have, like 2 of them that they made 2, was the Black and White era, because they went Black and White and then Black and White 2. Because all the other ones that had a third one were like Red, Blue, Yellow, Gold, Silver, Crystal, Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, and that one there is like Black and White and Black and White 2. Because otherwise everyone's like, oh, Gray. Black and White and Gray would be like the next one, because there's a black dragon, a white dragon, and there's like a gray dragon, and they didn't do it. So I for some reason decided not to get it that time.
Probably because they didn't do it.
Probably, but like every other one, I didn't get it, and then they didn't do it in X and Y. They just didn't do another one because there was like it would be X and Y, because there was a legendary whose name started with X, there's a legendary whose name started with Y, and there's also a legendary whose name started with Z, and they didn't do Pokemon Z.
They threw you guys for a loop.
They dropped the ball on it, and that
they did it on purpose.
That may have also been one of the reasons that was my least favorite generation of Pokemon. But yeah, I'm a Pokemon nerd from way back. Games, cards, show. I had toys. Over the summer, I went to a fucking Pokemon store. I took a road trip with my fiance to go to a mall in another city to go to a mall because they have a Pokemon store, and I liked it. I had a good time. I spent more money than I should have. I wasn't getting out of that store for less than $50 with the things that I liked.
Oh, that's it?
But,
that's easy.
Yeah. I bought a Team Rocket pin. Love it.
See?
That didn't cost me $50, but I bought some other stuff too.
Team Rocket.
I love it. Exactly. They're not going anywhere. Number one in our hearts and minds.
They're blasting off.
Again. But yeah. 4.5, easy. Huge Pokemon nerd fan. Probably will be until, I don't know. I don't want to say death, but possibly until I become disillusioned enough with life that I stop liking things.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I'm a fan. I'm going to go 4.5. Like you said, it could be a 5 depending on how much I want to like it that day.
Yeah.
I can't go less than a 4. I won't go lower than a 4.
No.
And when you were saying it, I was like, I just didn't want you to undercut me. I didn't want you to overdo me either, because I didn't want to be like, I'm a huge Pokemon fan. 4.
2.5.
And then you're like, never seen it. 4.5, and I'd look like an asshole. So yeah, 4.5, easy. I really loved it.
Listen, it's all right though. I told you I am not that harsh of a critic. Like, I like things that are just ridiculous, and most of my scores have been higher than yours. We've only tied like 2 times, and you've only outdid me once.
It was probably Roger Rabbit, wasn't it? Or Jurassic Park.
No. Maybe Roger Rabbit. Okay, so maybe twice, but I'm thinking of was it a DC movie, or it was...
Wasn't it Mario?
Or maybe Super Mario Bros.
Did you go higher than me on Mario?
I did.
That's fair.
I did.
That can happen.
No, I thought it was a DC movie, and I was like, I think I said like 3.5, and you said 4, or no, like I was...
Shazam, I think I rated Shazam higher than you, because I know you didn't really care for that one.
I like it.
That's fair.
But like, I'm not that harsh of it, and I don't mean harsh in a bad way, but I just like...
It's more fun to like things.
Entertain me.
Yeah.
Then I'm entertained.
Like, I like to hate on things when they deserve it.
Yeah.
Or when I think it would be funny to, like, throw a little shade at something.
That's fair.
But, like, I enjoy liking things more than I enjoy being angry about things.
No, and that's fair. And that's, like, okay, so
At least I try to be that way.
So I was thinking about, like, a Facebook status I posted today. I was like, this is the best thing I've ever seen. It wasn't. But that's where I'm at in life.
But you felt good at that moment.
Yeah. At that moment, this was the best thing I've ever seen at this time. 2 o'clock in the morning. 4.5.
Easy.
But either way. That's it.
That's it for this one.
That's it for Pokemon. What is it called?
Detective Pikachu.
I'm so goddamn tired, apparently. I don't know why, because when we get done with this, I'm going to be wide fucking awake.
Right.
So it's not like I'm going to go to sleep or anything.
Yeah, I'm still going to go up to like 4 a.m. the weekend.
That's fair. That's exactly same. Well, mine's more like 7, but that's neither here nor there. So that was Detective Pikachu. Great movie all around.
Amazing.
Go see it. If you have Amazon Prime and HBO, it's free. If you don't, rent it. It's worth $3.99. It's worth the $9.99.
Definitely.
For sure.
If you're a Pokemon fan and you haven't seen it yet, which would surprise me, check it out. It's definitely worth your time.
And honestly, if you're not a Pokemon fan, I think you like it, because I think my girlfriend liked it.
Yeah.
She was like, "Oh, this is actually a pretty good movie." And I'm like, "Yeah."
Oh shit! One thing I forgot to mention about the movie, not even really about the movie. There was when the movie was announced and they showed all the trailers for it, and they revealed that Ryan Reynolds was Pikachu. A lot of people, not that they were angry about it, but before it was Ryan Reynolds, a lot of people wanted it to be Danny DeVito. Just for like comedy's purposes, like for the sake of it,
really?
that would have been funny.
I remember that, but
a lot of people wanted it to be Danny DeVito, and I'm like, I wouldn't have been mad at it. But I loved Ryan Reynolds in the role.
The funny thing is, I think it's great that it's Ryan Reynolds because he can be PG.
Yeah.
I don't think Danny DeVito can be funny PG.
Yeah, I think that'll be harder for him to do.
Yeah.
Maybe, not to say that I know his range, but a lot of
I
people.
feel like I do.
A lot of people's arguments for it was basically showing the trailer and then dubbing over voice clips from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia.
Which is not PG.
No, it is not. It was you got pictures of Pikachu jumping up on the kid's shoulder and be like, oh, oops, I dropped my monster condom that I used for my Magnum dong.
Yeah.
A lot of that. And I was like, that would have been funny, but it would have gotten old. So
Yeah.
I forgot to mention it earlier, so I'm getting it in there.
I forgot about. I didn't know. I remember that everybody was like, I don't know if this is gonna work, and I'm like, why? He's hilarious.
Yeah, Ryan Reynolds. I never had a doubt that Ryan Reynolds doing it, but a lot of people are like, oh no, it should be this person. I'm like, just let.
Because I'm trying to think
let
of
it
Danny
be.
DeVito movies, but there's only one that's not PG, and he wasn't really funny in it. So, Matilda.
Never saw it. He was in Hercules. He was in the Disney animated Hercules.
Was he
was
the pig?
Phil. He was Phil, the little goat man.
Yeah, it was close though.
Yeah.
He was trying to cuss.
He was in that. He was, he was the penguin.
That wasn't PG.
No,
that was PG-13.
creepy, yeah.
I liked him though.
Yeah, it was good.
Listen, Oswald Cobblepot is giving him a run for his money in Gotham though.
Yeah, Robin Lord Taylor.
I like
He's
this
good.
guy.
He's
I
good.
was like, okay. I didn't know who that was, and then I think you told me that he was on
He's in
Wedding
Accepted.
Crashers.
I definitely didn't tell you he was at Wedding Crashers
Oh,
because
maybe-
I have no love for that movie.
Oh, maybe he wasn't in Wedding Crashers.
I know him from Accepted, and I think
Accepted.
that's about it.
Okay, maybe that's what it was. I thought he was like the weird dude in the Wedding Crashers. Like the weird dude who was kind of trying to have sex with Vince Vaughn. He was like the brother of the bride, and he was like a loner, and he was kind of like sheltered off. And then it comes out that like he was painting pictures of people lying in their sleep. Yeah,
Yeah, I don't remember that movie well enough because I
That's
didn't
fair.
really like it.
that's fair. Hey, listen, you ain't gonna tell me. I already know.
Because I probably went off on a tangent at some point about it.
Yeah,
what
well,
we do.
we definitely
That's
talked about
what
it.
we do.
That we definitely talked. I think we talked about it in the other guys. We definitely talked about it.
Probably.
That's so true. Let's see. So, do you want to tell the lovely people about next week?
Ooh. Next
The
episode.
next episode.
Next episode.
It's got to
Episode
get
1.
Hello.
Phantom Menace. We're doing Star Wars, baby. You already know. We're going from episode 1 through 3, doing the 2 in between, Solo and Rogue One, original trilogy, 4 through 6,
4 or 6, yeah.
and then the sequel trilogy,
Easy.
7 through 9.
I'm excited.
I'm looking forward to this.
I am too. I know. Listen, guys, it's going to be long, but here's the thing.
That's what she said.
So, fair. So, this is what I'm thinking. I was going to tell you this off camera. Off mic.
Where are the cameras?
Ooh.
I'm not dressed up. I'm not dressed up for this.
Lost my train of thought. So this is what I was thinking. So I think just like DCU, we can do an overall ranking.
Yeah. Ooh.
What?
Ooh.
What were you thinking?
Okay.
Is that what you're thinking?
I was like, yo, yeah, that's a great idea. And then I was like, oh no, I gotta rank them.
Yeah, you got to rank them.
Okay.
Okay, so
I know.
overall ranking. So there's 11.
Yes.
Also, I was thinking we can do a trilogy ranking and just leave out the other two, Hope and Solo.
Rogue One,
Hope Solo is is a soccer player, I believe. That's not what I'm talking about. Hope and Solo. I'm so tired. Oh, Christ.
So do you want to do like prequel trilogy and then rank the trilogy then, or do you want to do?
Yeah, no, rank each trilogy.
Okay.
So 1, 2, 3, which was the best part of the trilogy?
Oh, okay.
And 4, 5, 6
Like
was
give
the
that its
best.
own episode, like a mini episode.
Well, we could do that, or we
just
could
do it
just
at
do
the
it
end
all
of
together.
3.
Yeah, we could do.
Like do the Slushie Meter for 3, and then do like here's where we go, like on the trilogy.
Yeah, we could do that too.
Or do you want to give each one its own little episode?
I don't know, all of it.
I wouldn't be. Yes.
Yes,
We'll do it both ways.
both of them. I think we can do. So I mean, we can talk about it too. We can talk about it more for sure. But I was thinking, let's say we do the trilogy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Rank those. Then we rank all of them.
Okay.
Right. And then, or we can do. I don't know if we can do it after each trilogy though. We could. I don't know. Let's wing it. Fuck it. Or maybe after the end of the third one of each one, we can do Like, okay, 1, 2, 3. What do you think were the best?
Yeah.
And then at the end, we can do all the rankings.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Whichever we decide. But that sounds good, though.
yeah, yeah.
But mostly it's Star Wars, because I'm
It is.
excited for that. I'm really excited
Star
for
Wars
that.
is so good.
It really is. Even if George Lucas kind of borrowed a lot of stuff from some other things to make it.
The Bible?
Well, I was going to say Asia. But yeah,
I
that
didn't
too.
know about that.
Oh, yeah, he modeled a lot of the stuff around just like samurai movies. I mean, Rogue One, there's a blind samurai guy.
Yeah, fair.
And there's,
But he didn't write Rogue One, though.
no, but like there's, aside from him, there's a lot of references to like old samurais and just like honor codes with
That's fair.
Jedis. There's a lot of stuff that they kind of borrowed things from. Oh, I just watched a video, or not. I was with Megan, my fiance, watching a video about it. A lady went on about how in episode 1, I think it was, specifically episode 1, maybe episode 2, but at least in the prequel trilogy, that they used a lot of Asian influences for a lot of Padme's outfits.
That's fair.
And they really tried to play it up as them being original. We'll get to that, damn it. We'll get to it when we do it. Otherwise, we're going to talk about it now, and then I'm going to forget to do it later.
This is going to be a 22-hour podcast of Star Wars.
Starting now.
Starting with Detective Pikachu.
Welcome back. Yes, this is the starting point for the Star Wars universe. This is where we reach the Star Wars universe from Detective Pikachu. It all comes together.
Oh, Christ. Gotta catch them all. Jedi.
If you're General Grievous,
So, hey, listen.
collect all those lightsabers.
Same. Love it. Love it. Let's talk about him more.
Yeah, green
Okay.
version and blue version, and that's it.
Let's get
Yeah,
this,
doubles.
let's get this out of here. Okay, so that is it for us. Like I said before, make sure you follow us on Twitter, Slushie Review, Instagram at Slushie Review Podcast.
Hey,
Find us on YouTube at Slushie Review.
on the gram,
On the gram.
cracker.
G-Ram. Yeah, I don't know what else. That's it. That's the end of the podcast.
Yes,
Listen to the next one.
this will be good.
It will be. It's going to be better than the pod race. That's for goddamn sure.
Good. It's going to be good.
Yeah,
It's definitely going to be better than the pod race because, I mean, well, ours will have just as much musical accompaniment as the pod race scene.
Same.
Fucking none.
Same. Either way, this is going on far too long.
Yeah.
All right, this has been Keith,
And Chris.
and we'll see you next time for Star Wars.
Yes.